All right. Hello. Are you Kelsey Merritt?
Yep, that's me. You can just call me Kelsey.
All right. I'm Paige. I'm going to be your student physical therapist today. So I've got my notes right here. It looks like you came in with some right shoulder pain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take some notes down while we're having our little conversation. But why don't you go ahead and tell me what brings you here to PT?
Okay. So I have been having shoulder pain for a good chunk of my life. I played competitive softball, so a lot of overhead throwing because I was an outfielder. That started at age 9 and then I continued all the way through college, so I stopped about 2 years ago. And it's been like a constant dull ache for most of my life. The pain started in high school, but the most recent flare-up was about a week ago at the gym.
Okay. So with that, a week ago, do you remember a specific movement or something that you did during your gym time that kind of caused that pain to flare up again?
Not really. I was in yoga, so I just noticed that it felt like it was getting an extra stretch, and I kind of expected that. I took some time off from the gym because I went home for the holidays and wasn't working out while I was at home. So I expected to be a little bit sore afterward, but it's kind of lingered, which is frustrating because it's affecting my other gym classes too. So
okay, yeah, I understand that. So with this pain, with this new flare-up, does it feel similar to ones in the past that you've had, or is this something different?
It's definitely similar. It's the same pain that I've been having for years and years.
All right, so with that pain, does it seem to stay in that shoulder, or does it travel anywhere?
Most of the time it stays within the shoulder. It's kind of located in the front of the shoulder. But when it does get bad, it has a tendency to go up my neck. Like right now, I'm getting quite a bit of pain up my neck. And then it also will go down towards the elbow, and I do get some numbness in my hand as well.
Okay, so it definitely does travel sometimes. Yeah. Is there anything that you notice that makes it kind of aggravate to want to travel?
Definitely if I'm doing a lot of overhead exercises, like for example, I went to a bar class this week and we were doing a lot of shoulder exercises, and I had to completely stop using weight because my shoulder was getting so flared up. And then even today, like I was trying to braid my hair and blow dry my hair, and I had to stop, like my hair's still wet, and as you can see I didn't get all the way down because my hands started going numb. So just little things like that should be easy are starting to get more difficult, so it's frustrating.
Yeah, I understand that. With so a lot of the overhead activities, so you said brushing your hair, does that include like washing your hair, so like fully getting ready in the morning? Is that difficult for you?
I don't really notice it as much washing my hair, mainly because I like to flip over when I wash my hair so that I can avoid the shoulder pain.
Okay.
And then I do notice it a lot when I'm blow drying my hair, so most days I don't. I just let it air dry so that I can avoid the pain.
Okay.
But other activities, I don't really notice it as much unless I'm in that overhead position.
Okay. So with this pain though, are you doing anything to manage your own pain?
I love ice. Ice has been my best friend since college. And then I am taking ibuprofen occasionally, but it doesn't really help that much, so I don't take it probably as often as I should.
Are you on any other medications currently?
Just birth control.
All right, so with that, we'll continue on. Do you have any, I did see on your history actually, so looks like in your family history we've got diabetes, cancer, blood pressure, allergies, and stroke. Is that all correct?
Yes.
Okay, and where do those fall on your family?
Most of it is on my dad's side of the family. I do have a sister that has a heart condition though, but for the most part, like especially the high blood pressure, stroke, cancer, that's all on my dad's side of the family. My mom's side is pretty healthy, that I know of at least.
And then going on to more of your health, have you noticed anything? Have you been diagnosed with anything that kind of relates to any of these concerns?
Not diagnosed with anything. I will warn you, I do have a tendency to get dizzy when I exercise. I have fainted twice over the past 4 years. Once resulted in a concussion. I also have had 2 previous concussions, so that might be part of the reason, but not diagnosed with anything.
Okay. For that dizziness and headaches, have you sought any other physicians about that?
No, just because it's so like random. that it hasn't been super concerning. So
Good to know though, so thank you.
mm-hmm.
All right, so it looks like it says you're a student, so with that, at least you're down a little bit more with your arms.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any other activities with school that aggravate this pain?
None that I've noticed so far. I am a PT student, so I know that we are going to start using our bodies more once we get more in depth into our labs.
Mm-hmm.
So that is kind of concerning for me because I want to be able to do the lab safely and eventually treat my patients safely without worrying that my shoulder is going to cause issues. So that's
Absolutely.
definitely a fear for me.
Yeah, we definitely want you safe in this seat right here, so we can switch roles. All right, so last thing I'd like to go over with you is some of your goals. Do you have any goals specific that you really want to accomplish in physical therapy with me?
I think my biggest goal is just minimizing pain because it is so constant. It's just something that I've learned to live with, and I don't want to have to live with it anymore. Like, I want to be able to actually get ready in the morning and not look like a scrub most days because I'm not able to blow dry my hair and do my hair. I don't know, it's just little things that seem to flare it up that I want to try and get rid of.
Absolutely. And any other activities that are hobbies that you're kind of missing out from because of this injury?
Definitely. I like to play volleyball in my free time, especially with my classmates, but I've noticed after I really hate myself because it is a lot of overhead activity, like serving especially really seems to flare it up because it's really similar to the throwing motion. So I try to avoid that, which kind of stinks because that's a good way for me to meet my classmates.
Okay. All right, last two things. Overall, if you could give yourself like a health rating, either being excellent, good, fair, or poor, what would you rate yourself?
I would say probably good. I wouldn't go right to excellent just because I could exercise more than I am. But I do go to the gym pretty often, so I would say I'm in pretty good health.
Absolutely. And with the gym, one more last thing. How many times are you trying to go to the gym?
Minimum 3 times a week. I'm trying to increase it, but since this flare-up, it's been a little bit harder to get back into the swing of things.
And then last thing, so do you have any cultural, religious, or any social beliefs that may affect how I treat you in physical therapy?
Nope.
Okay. If anything comes up, just always let me know.
Okay.
I'm going to go back through this and kind of summarize everything, make sure I didn't leave anything out. Please correct me if you think if you think of something else that we need to add.
Okay.
So you've always kind of had shoulder pain. You were an athlete, so you did a lot of overhead throwing in softball. You've kind of had this pain since about high school. It's just kind of been dull. It's just kind of hung around. Recently, about a week ago at the gym, you had that flare-up. That pain seems to stay on the front side of your shoulder, but at its worst, it kind of goes up the neck and even down the arm, and you get that tingling feeling. So with that, you've kind of kept doing some ice. You really like ice, so that's good. You've been able to kind of find something that does help you. Ibuprofen is there, but you don't use it too much. Other than all of your family history, it seems like you are in really good health, so that's good. The dizziness and headaches does concern me a little bit, but if you're not concerned about it, we can just talk about it later. Other than that, you are a student, but you are a PT student, so we do want to make sure that you're getting back to feeling comfortable in your body, making sure you can do those overhead exercises and be safe for your patients. And you want to get back to doing your own hair. So from now on, we're going to go on and test your range of motion. We're going to test your strength, see how well you're moving, see how strong you are, and then set up a plan of care to get you going. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you, Kelsey.
Thank you. It was nice meeting you.